my God! Today is I think it's Wednesday.
Wednesday.
That's what I heard. I heard it's Wednesday.
Yeah, Wednesday.
So man, oh man, we got a lot of stuff. Really, we got what the fuck news. What's in what the fuck news? We got talk about Skinwalkers. I actually I found a 5-minute. I found a 5-minute like a little documentary on Skinwalkers to kind of like explain what they are, and I'm gonna check my other channel one more time because I put the documentary on my other channel just to see if it's if it's a piece of material that's gonna get blocked or a strike.
Very
playing
smart. Yeah.
and then
Smart.
I'll double check, and then you know how sometimes you watch the movie and there might be a scene in there that might be a possible Mandela effect, but you're not 100% sure.
I see them daily. I give up. I don't tell people shit because they just fucking take it, make a show about it, and get it all wrong.
Okay, so I just double checked that one video. There is no like strike or no blocks on it. But I mean that's for in the middle of the show. So let me tell you about this scene, and let me see what you remember in this certain scene. And I got a picture of this scene. And it's an older movie, so sometimes older movies are hard to to remember.
Yeah.
So what I'm calling this this section of the show is called "Is It Mandela Effect or Mental Illness?" And I'm just using the mental illness for fun, guys. Don't take it.
There's a lot of people with it. I'm telling you.
I made a 10-second intro. Okay, so I know it's stupid, right?
No, I like it because he did not fucking die in the 90s.
I'll do one more time. Okay, so
fake funeral. It was fake. I saw a fake funeral. Go ahead.
So in Halloween 2, I'm talking about the John Carpenter one, not the Ron Zombie one. In Halloween 2, there was a scene where they took Lori, they're going to the hospital. And in the parking lot, there was a woman getting out of the car with her son because he was bleeding in the mouth from going trick-or-treating. And in his mouth, do you remember what he had in his mouth when he was walking into the hospital in the movie Halloween 2, the John Carpenter one? If you don't remember, you don't remember.
I don't remember.
That was me.
I was gonna say, whoa, we're jumping right into it.
I was going back to the comments, so that was my fault. So what I remember when I was watching this scene, I was remembering the ladies taking the son, because I remember that it had like nothing to do with the movie, but it was just like showing some things that could be, you get hurt trick-or-treating. And I thought he had a piece of glass sticking out of his mouth. Like a glass.
Yeah.
Like a full glass. And when I was watching it last night.
Is the new one or the new one? Old one or new one?
The John Carpenter one, the older one.
Okay. Oh, okay.
It was like right when the ambulance is getting there with Lori, and it shows a mom walking his son into the hospital because he bit on something, and he has something in his mouth sticking out.
Is that a razor? Is it a razor?
Well, I thought it was glass. I always thought it was glass. I don't know why. So let me see. And then I was looking at the scene. It was kind of a clear, obvious picture of what it was. But for whatever reason, I always thought it was a piece of glass. And let me see here. I have it here. Hold on. Where is it? Where? No, it's not that one. Hold on. I had it here. Where? And then I was looking at the scene. It's kind of a clear shit. My fault. Okay, where the fuck is it? Oh, there it is. Okay, it's called Google Image Result. Okay, here we go. Google image result. It is a blade, a shaving thing. I just thought I just remember I thought it was glass. So like I said, it's probably just mental illness.
No,
It's not Mandela effect, but for whatever reason, I always thought it was glass. I thought when they showed it was shining, and then when I was watching it last night because it was on the free Cinemax, so I'm taking advantage of the free Cinemax.
yeah.
I'm like, man, that's kind of clear blade. I always remembered it being glass, but like I said, it's probably milk.
But wait, though. Now, I was lying to you, dude. I don't have any memory of that scene at all. I just said razor just to see what people, because the myth is that they put razors in apples. It's always been a razor. So when you said what was sticking on the thing, I said, I don't know. It's a razor. You know, I don't fucking know. I'm not saying, I'm just saying people misremember all the time. It's because razors are the common myth about, not a myth. I mean, I've heard of people putting fucked up. They fucking do it. But razor was number one on the list of what they put in there. So I said razor. I don't remember the saying. But so you bring it up. You're like, no, I must be. No, you're not. Maybe or maybe not. I don't know. I just said razor because that's what the common fucking person's going to say. I have seen nothing but bogus 99.9% to 100% fake ass fucking misremembering shit on the internet. Yeah. It's getting overwhelming with the garbage.
Oh, Purpose and Grace wrote crazy. Was just watching Skinwalker Ranch stuff last night. Topic was new to me. Yes, guys, we're going to be talking about the Skinwalker little bit in the middle. We like to wait to get people in before I show a little documentary because I don't. You looks like you're new here. Fantastic. I love new people. So we are going to get to Skinwalkers, but I like to do this and what the fuck is in the news first. Then we'll get to the Skinwalkers. So great to see good people here. You know, so Bob, so did you like, oh, hold on, let me go back here. So did you like my new intro for, is it Mandela effect or mental illness?
I have a tendency, I mean, as an educated motherfucker that also was the United States fucking military and all you civilian fuckers, no offense to the sidebar, all our friends out there. No offense. I'm just saying the other people with their little fucking silly ass platforms, you're idiots. You're misremembering a lot of shit. And I'm not saying things aren't changing. I see it. I see it. So when I see it and I look at other people talk about it, I go, you're an idiot because you're wrong. Because you got it all wrong. I'm like, so I call it mental illness myself because there is a wave of people misremembering and honestly using the definition of the word they are 100% are misremembering. It's gotten that bad. It's gotten
and that's why I did a little intro. Am I just dreaming? Is it, you know, I'm not saying it is, but I just thought it was glass, but see the difference, this is why I can say that it's 90% probably not. One of the differences between when we saw Halloween 2 versus now is when we saw Halloween 2, we saw it on a 4x7 TV on an analog, a VHS tape, right? Now with high definition, 4K, 1080 TV, things are more clear. So when where I thought it was glass, it was probably always a blade. But since older TV, older VHS, you know what I mean? A little bit more blurrier. Because now with TV, I mean, now with TV, 4Ks, you know, people got to understand this. When you watch a TV show, or you watch a movie that they say is Blu-ray or they say is 4K, they actually have to take that movie and put it through a computer system to process it better. And what that does, it cleans up a lot of stuff. So a lot more clear. So sometimes you thought you saw one thing, it's really not. It's just the technology cleans it better, and it actually turns out to be the other thing where I thought it was glass. And now it's actually a blade, and it's probably always a blade. It just wasn't that clear. And especially back then, you know, I wasn't like watching TV and press pause, because you guys all remember this, guys in the chat. When you press pause on a VHS, it's not like it pauses to a clear picture. It like
static. It was static. Hey, you see that?
So it's not like you can walk up to the screen and go, "What is that? Glass or blade?" So
yeah, And people also, there was a wave of people putting out, I've never seen this movie before. Okay, around the time when VHS came out, a lot of movies were going straight to fucking video. They were going straight to video. They did not go to the movie theater. So when somebody says, oh, I didn't see this movie, it's a Mandela effect. No, the movie was out, man. It was on videotape, and you just didn't fucking see it on that big-ass wall of thousands of videotapes. Those of us that remember videotapes, remember walking in a videotape store, and there's a wall of videos. Did you see all them videos? Because if someone comes out with another video that says, this is a Mandela effect video, bullshit, because you just didn't see one of them videos of the thousands of videos on the wall. So it's a misinformation, and it's swirling big right now. You've got the super fucking liars hitting the liar scales, doing liar shit just to make you look like fools.
I like what he said. I like what Crunchy B says. So it's not Mandela effect, and it's not mental illness. It was just bad quality.
Yes. Thank you. There's a whole lot of variables. We try to debunk, and we try to get down to what's left over. Then we could talk about what makes you scratch your head. That's about it. There we go. The heart
in the city has always been that way for me for at least 30 years. Remember as a kid, someone saying it's not on the left, it's actually center? Yeah. That's always been a weird one. That's always been.
Yeah. Unless you had open heart surgery, or you've actually went to a university for fucking medical or whatever, or you're an whatever, you're going to remember it where you always had it. It's just not. Hi, Crunchy B. It's not always going to be. So not everybody has. I keep stressing this. Not everybody's going to have the same memory on shit. Everybody's been lied to so much. And presently you're being lied to aggressively by people that you say they're in the community. That's why I avoid communities. I don't like any groups because they're going to hand you a liar's paper and just sucker you in more, man. Don't go for it, people. Walk away and debunk. And then if you're scratching your head at the end of the day, it's between you and your fucking finger on your head. Figure it out yourself. Be careful, man.
I'm at work. Can't watch live. Well, aren't you watching live if you're texting that?
You can watch afterwards. We were better afterwards.
Go to the Science Insider channel. Crazy stuff, man. Should ask my sister. She worked in the hospital doing Yeah.
Ask people. Yeah. I remember it was slightly left. But
Yeah. And that's true too, Bob. A lot are explainable, but some just aren't. That's true.
Exactly that. Yeah.
It's like I try to somehow to justify that Dottie in the Moonraker did not have braces. I tried. I'm thinking, but in my mind, I always remember braces. I just do. And I try to debunk it myself. I'm trying to find where maybe I heard it for somebody and I watched it, but it's hard. Some things are hard. I can't sit here and explain why I remember that one way. I just do. Yeah. But Bobby, I got a couple cool articles for our next segment before we get into Skinwalkers, which we'll want to, because Skinwalkers is a hell of a interesting subject. I mean, I've been learning a lot about Skinwalkers, but I'm going to play my next. This is our next segment. It's called What the Fuck News.
Nice. Welcome to What the Fuck News.
All right. That's the new segment for What the Fuck News. Okay. Now I actually got it's almost like 3 articles, but 2 of them are based off of one. But this is not an alien or anything article. This is actually about what happened to bananas about 11 years ago in Japan.
Okay. I know a lot about bananas.
Well, apparently bananas had a big time shortage because of Japan in 2011. Did you know that, Bob? Did you know that Japan had caused where I'm sorry. Somebody wrote laugh out loud. I wonder if they're talking about the if they're talking about seeing you.
I know what you're thinking. I know what you're thinking about the bananas too. So
okay, Japanese goes bananas for a new diet. This happened back in 2011. Okay. Japanese go bananas for a new diet. Okay, a new diet said to result in fast, stress-free weight loss has taken Japan by storm. Bob, did you know at one time in Japan, actually October 2008, yeah, that they thought bananas is a cure for weight loss. Okay, it's called the morning banana diet. Have you ever heard, Bob, the morning banana diet?
No. However, I have done a banana diet and lost weight. Now, I don't know about this shit, but I do know that it works. But go ahead.
Well, except in Japan, where its intense popularity has led to the nation's worst even banana shortage. Because of the banana diet in Japan, it caused a banana shortage to the rest of the world.
Wow.
Banana importer Dole Japan Company has increased supplies by 25% over the corresponding period last year, but is still struggling to meet demand. Consequently, banana prices are soaring, but with celebrity endorsements and more than 600,000 copies of the diet book sold, demand for the fruit shows no signs of slowing. Okay, so let me see here. Let me get down here, but perhaps I'm trying to find how the banana diet works. The morning banana diet was developed by an Osaka pharmacist with a keen interest in Chinese herbal medicine, which is fine. Chinese herbal medicine, right on. Some Mitgo Watanabe, Watanabe, I don't know, Sanako Watanabe devised the dietary mind for her husband, who has become exacerbated by the inability to lose weight by more orthodox means. Okay, let me see here. So basically, when I was reading about it, it's okay. Here is how it starts. The regimen requires dieters to start the day, Bob, with a raw banana and a glass of room temperature water. So you got to have a banana. You got to have a room temperature water. Okay. After that, they free to eat whatever they want for the rest of the day, except for sweets. Now, first of all, listen. If you cut out sweets, I don't give a shit if you're eating a banana, an apple, an orange. If you cut out sweets, you're probably going to lose some weight just for cutting out sweets. So except for the sweets. Now, desserts with meals are banned. No, duh. And just one sweet snack in the mid-afternoon is allowed. Alcohol consumption is discouraged at early dinners before 8 p.m. and taking to bed before midnight are the diet's only strictures. Now, the reason I thought this was interesting, I don't think. Now, if you read to the bottom, it's debunked. It's debunked by the scientists and all that. Because first of all, Bob, if you cut down drinking and if you cut down sweets, I think that alone will help you lose weight and not a banana. But because of the banana craze, it caused us in America to have a shortage and prices go up on bananas. So what do you think?
They're Japanese. Think about it. They're Japanese. No offense to the Japs, but they're just Japanese.
What a shit diet, no alcohol.
Well, I was in Japan. I even had an apartment in Japan. Yes, I lived in Japan. I had an apartment in Japan. I used to ride the trains all over the place in the military. So outside of Tokyo, I've been to Roppongi. I've been to Ginza Street. So I know all about Japan. But what I can tell you about Japan is them motherfuckers are always having a food fad. I mean, they can't figure shit out. They finally figured out how to fix their teeth because all the girls had bad grills, but they figured out how to fix their teeth. And then all of a sudden they had all these food fads. I mean, they're eating poison fish. If it crawled on the ground, they're going to eat it. The problem with the Japanese is they were killing all the whales too. They were eating anything. They're drinking whales' piss. I mean, come on, man. They have fads for everything. They can't figure shit out on their, well, they watch everybody else and then they kind of follow through. But bananas are a Mandela effect for me because in my time, if you guys remember, there was a circle of seeds in the bananas. They're not there no more. There was a circle of seeds in the bananas, and they're not there no more. Also, the bananas used to grow the other way. They used to point down. Bananas pointed down. Remember, Eric, I was in the store, and I was asking you, Eric, what direction does bananas grow on a vine? And you were like, what are you talking about? They grow down like this. I said, nah, dude, they grow up. They look like a penis erection. So the banana tree used to be limp, and now it's got an erection. So when I see a banana tree, I'm like, that dude is hung. All of them. They're all erectionized. So yeah, Eric, the bananas go the other direction.
And technically, what is the proper way to peel a banana?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
The proper way, most people will that's where you're supposed to peel the banana. If you watch,
yeah, I don't do it that way.
I know. If you watch a monkey and a gorilla, they peel it the proper way because when you peel it by the stem, because they use a stem to hold. The stem part is technically supposed to hold the banana while you peel the other side.
Yeah.
I don't know what the hell's going on, but in the chat, they're talking a lot about whale piss. Holy cow. I don't know what's going on with whale piss. How do you get whale piss? And then, oh my God. Dude, hold on. Robert Alley, whale sperm is salted. Hold on. Robert Alley, I want, guys, the sperm is actually my next story. So that's kind of funny. Not sperm. not sperm. No, my next.
It's salted. Isn't it naturally? I don't know what worms. I don't know.
Okay, hold on. Oh, guys. Now, first of all, my next story, guys.
Whale sperm.
Please, my next story, please.
Sperm
Women and men in the chat, or who's watching this live, or who's going to be watching this later. Please don't get offended with my next story.
No.
Okay, we had an actor who died of cancer. You know, I'm not here debating if he died or not. I'm not doing a conspiracy of the Black Panther guy. He died at 43 of a colon cancer. So I was looking up some ways on how to reduce chances of getting cancer. And I found some stuff on how to reduce, right? Because oh, how dare you, Eric? Okay. Well, because I was watching our friend Jay Dye's show, and he was talking to a guy, and they're talking about masturbation. And one of the guys on the show was saying that he doesn't believe in masturbations and all that. And of course, I'm in the chat saying masturbation is a natural part of life. And instead of telling people not to masturbate, you should tell people to masturbate. I'm going to tell you why, Bob. I'm going to tell you why.
I know
because, let me share it. Let me get this one off the screen.
I know what.
Masturbation, and there's one for women, there's one for guys. So we're gonna do the guys stuff first in the what the fuck news. Okay, now frequent. Now, guys, this is like my life coach. I'm helping you guys out here. Frequent ejaculation and prostate cancer risk. Now, prostate gland that plays an important role in ejaculation. Many people believe that ejaculation frequently can help reduce the risk of prostate cancer. And you know what, Bob? It does.
It does. I know it does.
It does help. So when people are trying to tell people to like not masturbate, listen, it does help reduce because the muscles down there are working. It's like taking vitamins to get your immune systems up to help sickness. Masturbation, technically, you can say playing with yourself for a guy is a benefit. And this is not a lie. I'm not joking. This is true. But why?
Several times a day.
Now, if you guys think that I'm lying about masturbation helping out with prostate cancer, I'm going to put that link of this article right here. Right there. Oh, I need my people on Facebook to see this too. So I'm going to repost that. So people from Twitter who's watching this live and Facebook's watching this live, you got the article about how masturbation helps with prostate cancer. Yeah.
It does a lot of things, though. I mean, you guys understand, if you're a male or a female, don't matter, but I'm talking to males right now, and you have a problem, which the majority of the males do have low testosterone. If you have low testosterone, that means your balloon is not inflated. It's not going to inflate. It's good to inflate your balloon. It's good to walk your freaking dog. It's good to fluff the fucking fluffer. You know what I mean? You want to do that continuously because number one, you want to keep the blood flowing in there. You want to constantly. I know it sounds bad, but you want to keep doing it. And plus, what it does is it tells your body it keeps you young. Okay, if you're older, you're getting older. Because what it's doing is it's telling your brain, and it's telling your brain that you're still a young man and you could still conceive a child. That once you stop doing everything and go fucking static and nothing, if you go Vatican on it, the Vatican, obviously they do whatever they want with children. But anyway, if you go Vatican on it traditionally, and then you're telling your body you're too old and you're going to get old and older and you're going to get more crippled and your skin's going to get basically every cell in your body is given up. But if you're choking the chicken, you're hacking your brain and telling your brain that you're still young and you still want to have children. So your body's keeping it fresh. You're keeping fresh. Your skin is staying fresh. You're getting oxygen to your cells are reproducing. You're keeping yourself vibrant and you're getting color in your skin by hacking your own brain and telling your brain you're still wanting to have children by spanking the fucking monkey. No. Ladies, the same thing. It helps regulate menstrual cycles. It helps with the oxygen. It helps you with the younger everything.
Well, yeah. Are you ready for the female side? Hold on. If you let fear of cancer be you, reason, accuse, be weak, and no self-control, that's your choice. Eating a banana cures prostate cancer. Probably so. Okay, now.
Yes, it has a lot.
Now, here we go, women. Now, women, please, women, don't yell at me for this one. Okay? Now, I'm going to put in an article that's done by CNN, and I'm not saying CNN always tells the truth. Okay, here we go. Ready, Bob? Are you ready for this one? Here we go. Yeah. Study for okay, a blowjob, I don't know, may significantly decrease the risk of breast cancer in women. Hold on. Here we go. Women who perform the act of fellatio and swallow semen on a regular basis 1 to 2 times a week may reduce the risk of breast cancer by up to 40%. A North Carolina State University study found. Now, first of all, when I said that, so I want to see this control. Hold on. So first of all, when I was reading that article that a college is doing a study, I'm like, well, how do you get on that study? I mean, how do you hold on. Hold on. In a study of over 15,000 women suspected of having performed regular fellatio and swallow ejaculated fluid over the past 10 years, the researchers found that those actually having performed the act regularly 1 or 2 times a week had a lower occurrence of breast cancer than those who had not. There was no increased risk, however, for those who did not. Now, all in the bottom, I'm not going to read the whole thing.
I know what it is.
It talks about the research consists of two groups. 6,246 women ages between 25 to 45 who had performed the act have maybe 1.9%. The women who have not have had a cancer rate of 10.4%. So the study is saying that, like I said, I wonder how you get on that study, right? How do you prove that you've been swallowing it twice a week? But
yes,
according to the study of this college, that joking aside, swallowing semen reduces cancer by 40% at least 2 times a week.
Okay, it's probably written by men. Number one. If I were to show some advice, I went to university for anthropology, all right? So I had to take a lot of physiology courses, a lot of medical stuff, all that stuff. I think it actually goes back to the after act. It's not that they're swallowing anything. I think it's the fact that what follows up with that is masturbation, which goes back to what I originally said is if a woman is still vibrant and things are happening, even though it's artificial, I don't care what you use. I mean, whatever you got, you're telling your body that you're still in the process of having a baby. And so the breasticles swell up, engorge in blood. And if they engorge in certain parts of your body, engorges in blood is what women do. And while they're pretty parts, their faces even get blood in them. Unlike males, women get flooded with blood in other parts of their body, all over their body. You're literally cleaning out your body and you're getting all the toxins out by getting engorged. The breasticles, what I like to say. And men are the same way down there. Yeah. So I think that's what's causing the lack of cancer.
Technically, sperm is all protein.
Well, it is protein. In other words, they could eat a beef jerky stick. I don't know. It's the fact that they're doing that and their bodies are engorging in blood. So everything they're being aroused. It's the fact that
my appetite, wasn't hungry anyway.
No, it's the fact that they're aroused. It's not the act. I think men wrote that as the push to lie. Everything's a lie, guys. Number one, to me, everything's a fucking lie. So what this is telling me is that, okay, you're getting aroused by doing that. That's what's doing it, not the fact that you're blowing anybody. In this case, they can go blow a freaking dog if they want to. I mean, what's next? A goat? I mean, does it have to be a male? I don't think so.
Well,
I don't.
Well, guys, that was what the fuck.
Welcome to What the Fuck News.
That was What the Fuck News for today. Who knows what story we'll have for Friday, but
no, man, no.
When I do these news, these are actually articles that are done, and I'm just sharing them with you, okay? That's all it is. That's all it is. So I give the warning that I wasn't trying to offend anybody, but these are actually stories, and they're in the chat if you want to read it or not. Now, let me get rid of these. I actually downloaded a 5-minute Skinwalker. Let me see if I have it ready. Let me get it ready for a second. Let me get this the Skinwalker little documentary ready. Ooh. It's just 5 minutes, guys. And I think this will help explain better than I can, because when somebody suggested that we should do a show about Skinwalkers, Bob, you and I were talking about it. Like, we didn't know a whole lot about Skinwalkers. I mean, when I hear Skinwalkers, I just think it's an Indian's version of the Wolfman.
Yeah.
Because it's not something like I study. Let me.
It's a lycanthrope, and a Native indigenous fucking lycanthrope. I
had it. Where the fuck is it? Oh, I have it. Hold on. My bad. I accidentally I had it on a tab, and I was tabbing out, because when you have too much tabs and when you're playing a video, sometimes it'll freeze up, and I don't want this documentary to freeze up. Here it is. Okay, here it is. Okay.
Cool. Cool. I just keep thinking about the fellatio thing. It's in my, because I had that. Remember, I had that breast cancer thing at one time. Had I performed fellatio on other men, maybe I wouldn't have had that problem. But I'm not gay, so shit, man.
Okay.
What do you got?
Here we go. Okay, so guys, like I said, this is a little. This is. What is that? Somebody wrote. Oh no, he actually has his own show, guys. So yeah, check him out. He was Sunny Fan Man was on Airborne Saint this morning. So if you want to see Sunny Fan Man, he was actually on Airborne Saint show. They had a very good show. So check it out. So
Yeah,
here we go. Here we go. Let me get this bigger. Is it bigger for you?
It's big for me.
Here we go.
Is it big for you?
This is called Skinwalkers, the evil Navajo shapeshifters, Native American folklore. And I put this clip in the description just in case somebody wants to watch it later, like not through us, or they could just go to my other YouTube page, Matrix Eyes, where I test it out first just to make sure I don't get a strike or get banned. Here we go.
Smart.
Hopefully it's loud enough for people to hear it.
Yeah. Ooh.
And it's only 5 minutes.
Nice.
There are many truly terrifying legends that originate from Native American folklore. One that stands out for many is the Wendigo, maybe because deep down it reflects our very own human nature. But there are legends out there that we know next to nothing about because they are deemed so horrid, so evil, that even talking about them or mentioning them in passing is a bad omen. Today's video will be on the Nadlushi, the Navajo Skinwalker. Now, Skinwalkers are a topic I've wanted to cover for a while.
Good
but
audio,
the taboo
good,
around
good,
the subject
good.
does mean there isn't a wealth of information out there. So I guess we start with the obvious. What exactly is a skinwalker? At first glance, skinwalkers are essentially shapeshifters, but shapeshifter in itself is a very loose term. You can transform into an animal.
Real quick. Now the first thing that I've learned, I always thought they're a wolf. They go into a wolf, where I always thought that. But what I'm learning right off the bat, that technically they can shift into anything. They can even shift into something that I just learned this yesterday. I always thought wolf, but it's more than just a wolf. So,
shapeshifter. It can be certain things, yeah.
Yeah. Now, Bob, if you hear something, you tell me to hit pause. I'll hit pause, and you can speak on it.
Okay.
Object or another human. It literally just means you can alter your shape or form. The transformation of skinwalkers for the most part is limited to just animals. The biggest hint we get is from its native name, Nadlushi. In the Navajo language, this roughly translates to mean he or she who goes on all fours, but that doesn't necessarily limit the transformation to four-legged animals. The Navajo saw skinwalkers as powerful witches or corrupt medicine men who had attained the highest level of priesthood, but instead they choose to use these supernatural abilities to inflict harm and suffering on others.
Bob, before we go forward, is there any meaning where he's wearing the wolf and she's wearing the bird?
Well, yeah, that's their spirit animals.
That's so, spirit animal?
Okay. Yeah, it's like those people that play Dungeons and Dragons or whatever. If you're a wizard or whatever the hell you have your familiar. It's your familiar. It's your spirit animal.
Okay.
So,
cool.
yeah. Also, I'd work on all fours. People that know about fours. Yeah.
Here we go.
The fear of repercussion coupled with a distrust of outsiders are two fairly compelling reasons why skinwalkers aren't openly talked about. There is also the belief that skinwalkers only share their practices with their own kind, which only adds to the mystery surrounding them. This also means it's unlikely that the Navajo know who among them is actually a skinwalker, as they transform under the cover of night. What type of animal they transform into does seem to vary, the most common being a coyote, which is often seen as a trickster.
Coyote.
They can also take the form of other animals, such as foxes, wolves, owls, eagles, and crows. The form they take depends on what they require, as each animal has a different set of unique abilities. If they planned on attacking someone, then a wolf would be a good choice, whereas transforming into some kind of bird offers the ability of flight, and even something like a crow being an omen of death could act as a warning or a threat. The skinwalker wears the skin of the animal they transform into, hence the name. But wearing the skin of most animals was seen as taboo by many tribes, and the Navajo only wore sheepskin and buckskin when it came to ceremonial purposes. So unless the skinwalkers only wore these skins during the night, it kind of defeats the whole you never know who the skinwalker among you is, because it's obviously the person wearing the animal skin. What it actually takes to become a skinwalker, no one really knows for sure. But as witches and medicine men, it's believed that a ritual must be performed, and given their nature, it's likely to have been the dark and nefarious kind. There is also the belief that to become a skinwalker, you must first take the life of someone close to you,
Wow.
a friend or family member.
Wow, you hear that,
So
Bob?
some do.
I've never heard of that. I've never heard of that. Now, what people understand is the natives or the indigenous peoples have their traditional dance. The majority of their dances are themselves animals. They perform animal dance. They are the animal, the antelope, the buck, the bear. Their dances, they become the animal. So they're bringing in the animal spirit, and they're dancing as that animal in their ceremonies. They become the animal. So that's their animal spirit. Every native would have an animal spirit, and they bring it in them. So they bring it in them for strength, for honor, for everything. I mean, it's kind of like having, not schizophrenia, but you partition your brain, and one side of you is the wolf, and the other side of you is the human. One side of you is the hawk. The other side of you is human. So they practiced this. They became that animal. And during the rituals, that was their ritual animal, and they had become that animal. And this is in Africa. This isn't anthropologists. This is in all cultures, indigenous cultures. They've become, and even in the Vikings, they even had the berserkers. The berserkers were grizzly bears, or bears in general. They were bears. They became bears. So yeah, that's the same thing in all colors, whatever races, everything, everybody.
Well, I feel better, because I thought I might had to kill you to become a skinwalker. That's good to know. I thought I wanted to kill you, but if I had to become a skinwalker, I had to do it, right?
Yeah, I would. You have to take on my animal, though. It'd be an animal fight.
Oh,
I don't know.
What are you? Animal. Woo!
I'm a bear, or I'm a wolf. I don't know. I think I'm a wolf. I don't fucking know.
All right, we got 2 minutes left. Let's see what they say.
If you deem it worthy of taking the life of another, then surely what you receive in return must be impressive. Well, along with being able to turn into animals, skinwalkers can mimic the sound or voice of any animal or human. With the transformation comes enhanced stamina, strength, and speed. Catching a skinwalker in animal form is thought to be nigh on impossible. Some skinwalkers were even capable of reading the human mind, and if one was to stare into the eyes of a skinwalker for long enough, they can enter your mind and take control of your body.
Pokemon battle.
There isn't much said about how one kills a skinwalker, but similar to stories of werewolves, some believe that saying a skinwalker's full name out loud will result in them having to atone for their crimes and even dying in some cases. It's difficult to say for sure what a skinwalker's motives are. They may be seen as evil, but they are still human. And like some humans, they are driven by their own selfish and malicious nature. As you may expect, over the years there have been hundreds of stories of people claiming to have seen or encountered skinwalkers, but none of these have been proven. If a video detailing some of these accounts and stories is something you'd like to see, then let me know in the comments below. If you have enjoyed this video, then please don't forget to leave a thumbs up, as it really does go a long way. As always, I've been your host, Mythology and Fiction Explained.
Nice.
Okay.
Well, Eric, he'd mentioned at the beginning, what people didn't understand is a Wendigo. Now, don't get skinwalkers confused with a Wendigo. A Wendigo becomes a beast. There's a difference between becoming a spirit animal and a beast. Now, a Wendigo is a native that ate human flesh. So if you ate human flesh, if you cannibalize someone, then you will become a Wendigo. Wendigo is not good. Wendigos are cursed. They're cursed. They're cursed. They're cursed. They're cursed. They're not. It's not a good thing to be. Do not cannibalize anyone. The royal family, a bunch of Wendigos. I don't know. I lie for a living. So everybody, if you eat human flesh, you become Wendigo. Now, in traditional animal spirit, then you become that animal, and you're not going to be eating no human. So don't eat a human. If you're a skinwalker and you eat a human, then you become Wendigo. Now that's bad. Now, if you're a skinwalker, then you could just roam around and be that animal that you are, and then you can eat whatever you want when you're a human. But you got to be careful. Don't cross that line.
Hold on. Flataccord music, maybe it's Mandela. Totally. I once stranded in Los Banos. It was very Fresno-like. Just say the name is appropriate. Then Mandela wrote, I feel that there are certain Fresno areas I don't even go. Now, hold on, guys. Hold on. I'm going to tell you. I was born and raised in Fresno, California. That's where I was raised. So stop putting down my Fresno. All right?
I'm born in Fresno.
You know what I just ordered for my English Bulldog for Halloween?
What?
A Fresno State Bulldog outfit.
I have Fresno State Bulldogs. Then I became a Husky, so I'm no longer a Fresno State Bulldog. I went to college in Fresno, and then I went to college. I became at the university. I became a Husky at the University of Washington, so I became a Husky. I myself, Fresno Bulldogs. Yeah.
I went to City College in Fresno.
Eric, you went to college in Fresno, but I also went. So I'm a Husky. No longer a Bulldog. Though I love the Bulldogs. I love Fresno fucking Bulldogs, man. I used to watch. We watched every game. Every game. I wore the hat. I love the Bulldogs.
Yeah. Go ahead. I just saw the Fresno word and I was like, hold on, I gotta get in on this because Fresno's my town, man. I go to Fresno once a year, people.
Spirit animals. I mean, when you watch sports, when you watch a particular team and they've got an animal mascot, you take on that mascot. You become that. I become that Husky when I watch Husky football. When I watch UW, which sports? Fuck off. I like fucking Husky. I love college football, man. Well, if we have it ever again, but yeah, it goes back to being a skinwalker. It's the same concept as a diehard sports fan. Taking on the presence of that team's mascot, the bear, the beaver, which is kind of weird. I think, was it Eric? What is it? Oregon Beavers?
Oh, is she from that area? She knows Clovis. Great school.
Yeah. Grandpa Clovis.
Yeah. Well, Clovis. Anybody understands Fresno? Clovis is like Bellevue of Seattle. You got Seattle. And you got the little higher class of Bellevue here in Seattle. Clovis was the higher class for Fresno because that's where our grandparents lived, and that's where we did all our Christmas and go to the movies. It was all in Clovis. So yes, you know Fresno and Clovis. Oh, here's it. Some areas are bad in Fresno though. Have to be careful. Well, yeah, go no shit. Yeah.
Yes.
I jumped and had to run for my life, but otherwise liked it. I have family there still. They can even see orange glow. Yes.
Yes.
I can't remember what road it is. I think it's Elk Dan. There's a road that people get carjacked while they're still in their car. They'll come up to your car and say, "Get out." And then we have a friend named Miguel who owned a truck one time, and his truck got stolen. And he was driving around Fresno, and there he was, two homeless guys driving his truck full of garbage in his truck in Fresno in the daylight. And Miguel pulled right in front of them, got out of his car, pulled him out of his truck because two homeless guys stole his truck and driving garbage. Yeah, because Fresno, they'll rob you in the daytime. And in fact, I don't know if you guys know this story in Fresno. This is kind of sad. But there was two girls, right? They were talking to each other sign language.
Oh.
And a stupid Fresno Bulldog gang thought they were doing signs. And actually shot them in daylight. So what I'm saying is Fresno is not an easy town for anybody. It is a rough town. So I don't if you're not from there, if you're not born there, I don't recommend you guys going there. But since we're from there, we know the areas, we know where to go. So that's it. But going back to Skinwalkers, interesting about Skinwalkers is Skinwalkers is a variety of all different stories. There's actually, I don't know if you ever heard of this, Bob. It's called Skinwalker Ranch. Let me pull
I watched the documentary. I watched it today.
Okay. I'm going to try to, while you talk about it, I'm going to try to pull up any articles on Google. So, Bob, tell us the difference between Skinwalker Ranch versus the regular Skinwalker from the Indian lore.
Well, number one, it's Utah. Okay, so there's a lot of cattle. There's a lot of cows. Okay, so cows are basically they're domesticated animals to the point where they are defenseless like a baby out there by themselves. So cattle are subject to all kinds of rapings and killings and tippings and hungry animals coming after them. So it's a beautiful place for skinwalkers to go have a nice meal, or vampires or werewolves or whatever. Also, the ranch has a consistent history of UFOs, unidentified flying objects.
I'm sure.
They also have everything. I mean, I think it was the Navajo. They also have they have dwellings up in the cliffs with ancient, like really old indigenous people's buildings, like up in the
right here. Look, Bob, the alien right there.
Yeah.
No, it's true.
Yeah. Well, there was it was actually sold for like, I think it was $2 million or $4 million. Some private investor literally, bought the ranch, and people pay money to go out there and visit the fucking ranch. Now it's a paranormal goddamn holiday. So some of you guys can go, Skinwalker Ranch. Thank you, Robert Allen. Yeah, you can go out there.
It's considered the other Area 51.
The other Area 51,
it's called the paranormal hotspot.
It's got a lot of indigenous history. A lot. That's where the Skinwalkers, the traditions and the stories come from. There's a lot of indigenous history. Again, these were a lot of these. They had built structures up into the high cliffs, Eric. High cliffs.
Is that where the movie Cabin Fever was filmed? I don't know.
No, probably, maybe. I would doubt it. They have a lot of abandoned on the property. A lot of abandoned.
Ranch has portals too. Okay.
Yeah, they reported portals, orange balls in the sky that actually turn into portals, and they've even reported things coming out of the portals, crawling on the ground.
Also, tons of cattle mutilations. If you have Amazon Prime or even Netflix, there's a bunch of documentaries. Because when you type in Skinwalker, 90% of all your documentaries about the ranch, not about the Indian part. Now, I couldn't show any footage with the ranch because those are owned, and those I tested I would have been banned. They would have took down this video. So
big time.
That's why I didn't show anybody about the ranch, because I can't. They'll shut me down.
Well, let me put a disclaimer, guys. Let me put a disclaimer. Again, he bought the ranch for about $4 million, and it is a paranormal holiday spot. It's about money. Now, remember, I know you guys are like, yeah, I believe all this stuff is out there, but always remember, things always boil down to money, and they've hyped up a lot of shit. A lot of people come in that town and pay a whole lot of money to go to that fucking place. And so they might have taken a little thing and stretched it way out here. Now, always be cautious of what you believe. Just a disclaimer. Okay, go ahead. Because these guys are making tons of cash.
Skinwalker Ranch, also known as Sherman Ranch. Like I said, it's a property. Yeah. It's reputed to be the site of paranormal UFOs. The name was taken from the Skinwalker of Navajo because that's surrounded.
Yeah.
And in the background, UFOs reports publicized during the 70s. We know that. It first appeared in 1996 in the Salt City, Utah, Deseret News. Investigation journalist George Knapp. Yeah, the documentary is on George Knapp.
Yeah.
And a lot of the footage that they're showing is from his old footage that that he couldn't show. Oh, here it is. Calf mutilation have been part of the folklore for the surrounding area decades. When founder billionaire Robert Bigelow purchased the ranch for $200,000.
Yeah, originally 200,000. Then it sold again, Eric, for like $2 to $4 million.
Yeah. Well, yeah. When you start spreading the word about it, and here it is. And it is. You're right. Okay. So back in, it was one time purchased for $200,000, Robert Bigelow. But then, like you're saying, Bob, in 2016, Bigelow sold Skinwalker Ranch for $4.5 million. Amatum Holdings, a shell corporation of unknown origin. So basically, somebody bought it, basically like with the trust fund, in a way where you don't know who bought it. Some people say the government bought it, but they don't want you to know that they bought it. So there's a lot of conspiracies about who really owns it right now. But 2,000 to 4.5. All I know is that's a pretty good profit.
Yeah. Well, let's just say this. Now, people, again, we're only doing disclaimers first. We're not saying nothing's happening. We're just saying that it was for me, and I debunk. Okay. Now, it's just strange to me that yes, there were some sort of UFO activity reported by the locals. There was cattle mutilations, yes, reported by the locals. There's been a whole lot of shit talked about the ranch and through the towns and the Navajo reservations by the locals. And next thing you know, this guy's $200,000 ranch is being sold for $4 million. And now thousands and thousands of dollars are being flooded into this area because you basically paying a holiday for Paranormal Weekend. So it seems to be a lot of money all of a sudden being pumped into this thing. And then the back-to-back, all these freaking, shows now, Skinwalker this, Skinwalker Ranch, Skinwalker Bank, baby. Someone's making some fucking money out there. I'm just saying it's the truth.
It's 512 acres plot of land. It's 512 acres. Somebody asked that, so I was trying to find that answer. Secrets of the Skinwalker Ranch from Navajo Shapeshifter opted to UFO Research Center.
Out of nowhere, all of a sudden, guys, there's multiple. Nobody knew about Skinwalker Ranch until somebody went out there and put all these shows out. And then it sells for $4 million. And now there's continuously putting out shows about it. And there's no evidence yet. They have no pictures of it, with the exception of the cattle mutilations. But,
Bob, remember this chat. Maybe we'll do one on this one day. Gypsy Road, can you do a show on Bob Lazar?
Yeah, I know Bob Lazar.
Yeah, we can.
Yeah.
So how many acres? Already answered that. It was 512. Hello, guys. Money doesn't make something not true. Guys, look beyond.
Correct.
Guys, look beyond the people have to make a living.
I get it. No, I'm saying this is for people out there that just want to have a little discernment. I'm not saying, again, I did not say it didn't have any paranormal activity. I'm saying it's a couple of flags. Now, just because something has a flag doesn't make it not true. Just means makes you observe a little bit harder. Be a little bit more resourceful with debunking. Don't believe what everybody tells you 100%.
Well, okay. Like you said, Bob, like you said it, you said it kind of perfectly.
Yeah.
There could be some paranormal stuff. And sometimes if you want to sell it, make more publicity, you can make something, a simple paranormal, bigger than it really is.
Yes.
Also, things can happen, but, like say one person says they saw a ship. And then another person who lives there says, actually, I was abducted by that ship. Made it worse. But only thing he really did is saw an unidentified, and then it just expanded on the truth to make it bigger than it really is. So, like you're saying, just make sure you look at it on all sides, because none of us, I don't know, anybody in chat has actually been there. None of us has been there. We're not on that ranch, so none of us has experienced anything because we're not there. Now, do I wish we could go there? Fuck yeah. But whoever owns it whoever
You gotta
owns it, if you pay $4.5 million, they're not gonna let anybody just on it because the one
pay
thing
to go there.
the one thing they don't want you to do is they don't want you to debunk. Now they debunking us on YouTube, they don't give a shit because we don't know. But if we were there and say nothing's happening, that's a different kind of a debunk. That's something they don't want. So I'm sure you had to be on a special VIP list to be able to go.
Actors go there.
They won't ever be any evidence on anything paranormal. In fact, they will go out of their way to make sure we, the dumbed down, aren't able to see these things for whatever reason. And that's true too.
Yeah.
Even if we found something and it's something that's big, they'll stop us at the gate, take away our film. And then dude, that happens all the time.
Yeah.
That's back too. That's why we do this show, so we can talk to each other and get our own experiences. Because out there, if Bob and I have this show, say we're doing this show, Bob, on I don't know, on the History Channel, or we're doing it on the CNN channel, you'd be like, okay, Bob and Eric, you can talk about this, this, and this, but you can't say this, you can't say this, you can't say this. And that's reality. That's TV. But here, if some people tell us what they experience, we don't have to cross that out.
No, it's not on the table.
We want to hear the story.
Yeah, and thank you for posting like that. Thank you for being objective on both sides, guys. Now, to support let me flip the coin around. Now, the Navajo, the indigenous people, the Navajos had a history of the Skinwalkers. This is before they purchased the ranch, before they had any money passed around. There was already a pre-existing history of the Skinwalkers, and wherever there's smoke, there is fire. So let's reverse that. Okay, so there is evidence through oral history and just prospectors and people in general that are not part of that system that have seen things. So there's the other side of the coin. So yes, they could have purchased it because there is something going on. And then someone said it might be the government. It might be the government who's giving you a taste of it. A smidgen, as just mentioned, a smidgen, but not the big picture. There's always both sides. Yeah.
The news is promoting a lot of UFO activity. I think Skinwalker Ranch is part of their rollout plan. Could be.
There you go. Now we're all thinking. Everyone's thinking. That's what we're supposed to do here. Thank you for doing that.
Oh, just a little shout out. We might, not 100% sure, but we might actually have a pretty cool friend, a guest on Friday, one of our good friends. He's going to try to come on Friday. He's going to try to do his best. Tomicon says, hey, I'll try to come on Friday. So Tomicon might be on Friday. But I don't want to say for sure because if he's got a life, got things to do. But Tomicon is going to try to come on with us on this Friday, and he's just a great guy. We love the guy. So
yeah. Well, he and I started the first live stream. People don't know that we were the first. Me, Tomicon, and Texas Danny, and another guy from Scotland, Jimmy Dog. Only the four of us. We were the first ones to do live chat, guys. We were the first ones to do the live thing. We broke up. The band broke up, but it was fun at the time.
Here's one of the stories that's come out of Skinwalker Ranch, where the name Skinwalker kind of basically came from. Where the Sherman family was there. I think it was like the first day or the first week they were there. They had a cow, a baby cow, and a creature like wolf. Was trying to take the cow, and they were trying to beat it away, but it wasn't where the cow was a mad person. It was like it felt like it was like a regular person, and they actually try to follow this thing, and it kind of like disappeared in the Navajo section of the land that was out there. So that's where the Skinwalkers kind of started to connect with the ranch.
Now, did you read the article, Eric, or was this in the documentary?
No, this part that I saw in the documentary, and it's in this article here.
Yeah.
But I'm not going to sit here and read it.
Yeah.
Because this article right here, I'll just put this in the chat in case somebody wants to.
I'm only going to say this because out of all the things you talked about, that was the one that I also read It seems to be the one that's been passed around from person to person to person.
Yeah.
There are very limited other information other than that story. That seems to be one of the main stories. When I was doing my research, and people, I do my research, that story kept popping up. I'm like, is there any other stories? Well, this one kept being put in my face. I'm like, I get it. Sure enough, Eric brings it up. Sure enough, I bet half the people in the sidebar heard the same exact story. But where's the other stories? I'm not hearing any other stories.
Well, another one is this year, like before he left the property, Terry Sherman reported seeing a wolf 3 times, bigger than normal at one point. He shot it 3 times with a rifle. God damn. Just kill it, huh? Right away? Damn. I hope that wolf comes back and bites you in the ass. Rifle to the close range, to no available. After Bigelow bought the property. Oh, shit. Just went, under the national, what? Fuck. It flipped. I lost it. I don't care.
Paranormal? Did a paranormal happen right now?
Was that paranormal? Keller said he fired at the Fiji before it vanished, but not before he noticed it looked. The shape was caused. Oh, that's the part where I was saying it vanished. I don't know. It went away. Now there's actually movies and stuff of the Skinwalker, which I was trying to find the movie because I don't want to pay to rent, but I can't find it free anywhere. So if anybody in the chat knows if any services is playing this movie, let me know so I can watch it because I just don't want to pay to rent.
Yeah, I got it, Eric. I got it. I downloaded it. I can give it to you. I'll say, if I can send it to you. I don't know if I can send it to you. Yeah, I've got a couple of things I ripped today. I ripped. So I've watched a lot of different documentaries, and they're all consistently the same. Different people were coming up with the same exact stories, and I'm like, wait a minute now. Now someone's got to have a different story. That they're repeating the same stories over and over again. And again, I'm not debunking it 100%. I'm just saying it seems odd to me that it's just the same stories repeated over and over and over and over again. I don't know if it's fed to you that way. There's now we talked about the other day with Tom DeLonge, whatever to the stars, fucking whatever, ad asda, which is Latin for anyway. $22 million is going to the soft disclosure to all the public out there.
That was in the documentary. That about the 22 million, and of course, who's part of that 22 million? The Blank 182 guy.
And guess what, guys? And old Tom DeLonge is now connected to guess what? Skinwalker Ranch. So you guys,
I saw that. I'm like, holy shit!
You smelling the fucking? You smelling? Now again, I'm only putting the information out for you guys to decide and throw it away if you don't want to believe me.
Right here too. UFO and alien stories are given to us. Something is being hidden. So maybe there could be something with the Indians part of the Skinwalker Ranch. So we don't try to go hunt Indians. You know, I'm not saying I'm not promoting hunting Indians. Don't get me wrong. Don't get me wrong, people. But by making up UFO stories to get away from the Skinwalker part, yeah, that could be true. Yeah, Tom DeLonge. Yeah, that could be true.
Tom DeLonge, the king of the king shill, or he's the Alex Jones of the bubblegum punk group. He's a bubblegum punk Alex Jones. You know, I mean, come on, man, $22 million, and it's all public money, guys, not government money. It's public money. So Tom DeLonge, something to the stars, has got $22 million of public money. Also, NASA's getting, with Elon Musk, is getting millions and millions of fucking our money from the public. That's just, you have to give it to them in your taxes. You're giving money to these things. So if there is no car in space, and then Tom DeLonge is talking about, aliens. It's a lot of bullshit coming down our pike, and there's a lot of money behind it. Be smart. Think about it. And now Tom DeLonge's involved with fucking Skinwalker Ranch. When was that going to happen? Of course it's going to happen. You're going to get more money out of you.
I'm trying to understand this chat. Okay, one word. Okay, flat Earth. Okay, try me. Is there something that I'm missing about the flat Earth part? That if I'm not saying a flat Earth is real or not, but Michael B, are you saying that a Skinwalker Ranch is related to a flat Earth theory, if that's what you're talking about, I wouldn't mind hearing that.
Yeah.
Oh, Ford Mandela logo. Ford. Oh, that's well, of course, that's different.
Yeah, that's old stuff. So yeah. So yeah. So I mean, if there's flat Earth, smat Earth. I think, remember, I'm a defecationist, so I think that God had actually defecated on the planet, which created a large sphere. It's like it's the shape of a tube. The Earth is actually shape of a large log, a feces log. So that's how I believe in it. So everyone's welcome here. The defecationist, flat Earth, round Earth, square Earth, purple Earth, blue Earth. Ain't fucking real to me anyway. Nothing's real to me.
Oh, 100%. Everybody's welcome. I couldn't find any more stories when I did research too, but I do believe in the paranormal. I have had in my life frequently. You know,
I have.
You know, I was having problem finding stories too, because I was trying to find the stories. Not every time you type in Skinwalker, the ranch part comes up everywhere. Just comes up. I was trying to find more of a story of getting deeper into the folklore of the Skinwalker themselves about being a shapeshifter, and
Navajo.
very few. Now, what's interesting is if this is me. Now, I'm not saying it's true or not, but say you can shapeshift into a person, right? Now, if this is why sometimes I don't know if all stories are true or not, because listen, of all races on this planet, the Indian got fucked. They got the land taken away.
Yeah.
We killed off the buffalo for not even for the food. We were killing buffalo for the fucking fur. We took away their food, took away their land. We left them drunk on deserts. We gave them desert piece of crap land that the government don't want. So if I could shapeshift, I don't know. I guess I would shapeshift and go after the government people.
Yeah, well, they haven't done it so far.
You know, I mean, I'm not gonna. I'm being serious. I'm being serious here. I'm not gonna shapeshift and go to a farmhouse and pick on some poor farmer who's trying to make a living. If I could shapeshift, I'll be after the fucking government, senators and presidents, right?
Yeah, why aren't the natives
the motherfucking people who took my land? Not regular farmers. Not their fault. Wouldn't you? I don't know. I'm just saying. Am I crazy?
I would turn into a bear. I'd be a big ass bear, and I would go to the White House and like ravage shit. I'd go in there as a tourist, and I'd be a tourist, like, oh, this is cool, And then I turn into a big ass bear and tear shit up. But I don't see nobody in native cultures like going to the White House turning into animals, or fighting the government turning into animals, or stopping pipelines coming to their property turning into animals. I don't see it.
They killed buffalo all to remove their food supply. They didn't even take hides, cut off their tongues and leave. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. So like remember when Dick Cheney accidentally took the shotgun and shot his friend? If I was a shapeshifter, I would be in the background as a fucking bear ready to eat Dick Cheney, right? I mean, I don't know. I mean,
I'm gonna learn how to shapeshift. I'm gonna go take on some motherfuckers.
I don't know what the rules are to be a skinwalker. Well, hopefully I don't have to kill you to become a skinwalker. But if I was able to kill you, become a skinwalker, I'd be going after every fucking person that I hated. Not the farmers, not the real people. I'd be going after those fuckers.
I'm coming after all of you when I shapeshift like a skinwalker.
A skinwalker army would be nuts.
Would that be cool?
I mean, dude, I'm a realist, right? I mean, I don't know. It'd be like the Crow, right? If he had an ability to get revenge, if these people took away my land, my family's land. Listen, Bob and I, we watch our earliest videos about us being the part of the royal family in the UK, right?
Yes. Yeah.
Bob and I, this is no joke, but we actually have a bloodline that goes up to the royals, where the actual royal family there now shouldn't be there. They actually stole it from the other family, which is, you call us bullshitters if you want, but we are. So if I was a shapeshifter, I would be taking out the royal family to make sure that we become the proper people of that family, where the UK will look up to us.
Yes.
And you know how you take the UK and the US, make them one, make them friends again?
Yes.
Give us back the royal family there. That's what I would do if I was a shapeshifter. I'll be going over there right now and taking back my country.
I'm trying, Eric. I'm trying I'm the fucking rightful king. You're the duke, and we want our damn palace back. She won't get the fuck out. The old lady won't get out. She won't get out of my palace.
I could shapeshift. I would be a superhero. Well, I guess it depends on what you can shapeshift into, right? If you can shapeshift into an ant, you ain't gonna be a hero as an ant. But I don't want to be a hero. I want to take out the people who took my country.
Yeah, but everybody understand that. I still believe
a banana Earth. Look at that, Bob. That's funny as shit.
What's that?
Look at Michael's B's little logo or picture. It's a banana shape as an Earth.
Oh, that's cute. That is cute. Did your girlfriend put that in there for you? How'd you make that? I'm not putting you down. We don't put down homosexuals or anybody of weird genders here. So you're probably a cool dude. I don't know who you are, but I'm going to say right now, guys, as someone said there, I've had actual paranormal experience, and that's why I'm such a dick. I've experienced paranormal stuff, and I'm a dick about it because
Charlie Ward is our uncle.
Oh, cool.
Charlie Ward is our uncle. Guys, he found the connection. That's how we're connected, guys. Charlie Ward. So we would take out Charlie Ward, of course, and we'll be Bob. Actually, Bob's older. He'll be the king, and I'll be the prince. I'm a guy anyway, right?
You're not a prince. You're not my son. You're a duke. Duke is second to king.
Yeah, better. I'm a duke. That's true.
Yeah, I heard something about the. We'll put it back. What did it say about the? Okay,
Ant-Man. Well, come on, guys. Ant-Man had a suit. He wasn't actually an ant.
Yeah. So back to Skinwalker Ranch, everyone. Again, Sir Yagu.
Earth is pure.
There you go. Yeah, that's cute. But again, I do believe in the paranormal. That's why I debunk so heavily. That's why I'm an asshole about it, because I've experienced it. I've been in England and I've met up with other people that have whatever effect we want to call this, that I believe 100%, and they have also experienced paranormal stuff they can't explain. And like myself, they have went through the links. They went through the fucking dirt and grime to debunk it first, and what was left over was just a head scratcher. I'm like, I can't explain it, man, and I'm stumped by it. So that's why I go out and I search for the paranormal, and Eric searches for the paranormal. I want to see it for real. It's got to be real. The royal families are reptiles. Yes, they are, but we in fact are not reptiles. We're wolves.
Yeah, we're trying to exterminate the reptiles.
We eat reptiles. We don't like reptiles like that. No, we kill them. Arr. Only in a comic book. Only in a comic book. But Eric, any more information on the Skinwalkers? We've ranted too long.
Nothing extra new, but while if you got anything, I'm gonna be pulling up our other segment from Grandpa's World. So give me a second.
Yes.
Give me a second. Give me a second. Cause like I said, I can't put up too many tabs because that's when computers freeze and you get kicked out. Is when you have too many tabs up.
Yeah.
So let me find Grandpa's World.
I want to believe. Those of you guys out there, keep looking for the paranormal. Don't stop. Remember to use a discernment and debunk first, everything first. And then when you have something left over, you have enough evidence to show everyone, say, look, man, I've done that. Well, is it this? No, it's not that. I've done that. Is it this? Well, I've tried that experiment too, and it wasn't that either. So always use it. That way you can cause somebody else, they can scratch their head and go, oh my God, you did all the fucking debunking, and now we're stuck with something that's weird. You know, that's the truth of it. Well, that's the best way to do it.
Well, guys, are we ready for Grandpa's World's little story? All right, this is called Stories from Grandpa's World. Now the story today is UFO burned down a whole city block.
Oh shit!
Yes. Now,
Hear
these
this.
stories are only like a minute or 2 minutes. And guys, I'm gonna post this video in here because I want all of you in the chat. Go sub my friend Grandpa's World. Sub him and tell the guy that Gypsy Rose sent you here. He's an awesome person. He's one of the most crazy. He's just an awesome guy. I'm serious, guys. Please sub him and tell him that Gypsy Rose sent you there. You know, give him your love. Okay, here we go. I'm gonna make this bigger, and here we go.
Welcome to Grandpa's World. I'm Grandpa. Today I'm going to talk about UFOs again. In New York, this UFO story is one from 1861. It's almost 160 years.
Okay, so this story is it's in New York, and it's back in New York in 1861. So just want to shout that out to people. Make sure they know. 1861, New York City. UFOs
Nice.
burned down a whole block city. Here we go.
Years ago, airplanes weren't a thing yet. The story is before the even modern age. So Marvin was working on his family tree. He went to the library in Caldwell, New Jersey, where he was scrolling through the microfilm when he saw the story. He was looking through baptisms register when he saw an attached page, so he looked at it. It read that Mr. Henry said to Miss Winder that she had been looking through her garret window, which is an attic window, one night on March 29th, 1861. It was around midnight, and she was looking in the direction of her church. The night was clear, dark with no moon. She saw a bright cross in the sky. The light was streaming from it. It was moving in a straight line across the sky. She went and woke up her husband so he could see it too. Now, in 1861, there was no tall buildings, no airplanes, no TV. This couple saw something and went to their priest and told him what they saw. Marvin said he looked through the newspapers for that time, and the only thing he found was a story about a fire that burnt down a warehouse, a book bindery, and a laboratory. This fire took out the whole block. That's all they could find. Of course, the names have been changed to protect anybody who didn't want to be talked about. So don't forget to click on the heart button and subscribe to me and click the bell for notifications. Thanks for grabbing.
So if you think about this story, you could say that this is one of the original stories in the 1800s where there was a cover-up, where people saw a flying thing where back in 1861, there weren't no planes. And then they covered up with saying it was a laboratory building, took down the block. And
It was a white cross. It was a white cross in the sky, and it burned down a whole block. Now, it sounds like California. No, just kidding. Sounds like Southern California to me. I mean, to me, if LA goes, oh, well, I don't give a shit. Now, I'm not saying it to be me, but I'm saying fuck LA. Los Angeles, my ass, burn them bastards down. I'm not saying that, though. I'm just saying on a hypothetical situation in a comic book, it'd be cool as fuck. Just saying, Eric. That'd be cool. I like this story.
Yeah, no, I like it. I'm trying to see. I'm trying to find. Like I just type into Google just for the hell of it. 1861, fire block. Yeah, just for the hell of it. Let's see here.
Burn it down. Aliens burn it down like California, the southern part, bad part, not the good parts.
Jamestown. Terrible occurred last night, burning over 30 places of business, including the Allen House and Jamestown Bank, Holly's Block, the Papers Books. The fire broke out about 11 o'clock, Bishop's Son store. So there is a story about a lot of shit got burnt down.
About UFO, an unidentified flying object. Guys, it doesn't mean it came from space. It could have been interdimensional.
Oh yeah, it could be something from the future that went back in time. If time travel is possible.
It could have been the Nazis. It could have been the Chinese. We don't know. It could have been the Japanese. We don't know. Corey. Who cares? The good news is something burned down. Yeah. that's the bottom line of that one. Aliens burning down places that are bad. I'm assuming it was a bad place.
Yeah.
It was a cool place. Yeah.
Every show we're going to be doing a grandpa theme. So that was grandpa theme of the day.
I saw them same discs. They're flying overhead. It was in a park. They looked like frisbees.
Thanks,
Yes.
Grandpa. Thanks for Grandpa's link, Eric. He's an awesome guy, dude. He's got a bunch of videos, man. He's just another guy who still works. He still puts food on the table for his wife and his kids, and he just does it for fun, you know. And he doesn't stand there for like 30 minutes. He just gets straight to the bone, tells you the story, and he's done.
Yeah. I like stories because, I mean, guys, a lot of stories are myths, but you got to listen to the myths too, because again, we joke about whenever there's smoke, there's fire, just like the story goes. So a lot of these stories that people talk about, if they're bringing back old myths, old stories, there is really significance in listening to them. It's mythology, and we're losing our mythology. We're losing our statues. We're losing all our shit. People are ripping things down. They're burning things. They're burning books. I don't know what's next, man. We'll be burning why don't we burn the bras? Whatever happened to burning bras? I was down with the burning bra thing. I'm down with that. I don't know about the rest of you guys. Burn the bras. Leave the statues alone.
Hey,
burn the bras.
When did the Corbett thing start? Was it 9 months ago?
It started. It was a month after they had the World Military Olympics in Wuhan, China. So in Wuhan, China in 2019, COVID-19, about a month before so if you look up Eric, if you look up the Military Olympics in China, you'll have the date. Just add an extra month to it.
The reason I brought this up, he actually has a video 9 months ago called Toilet Paper. And it's only a minute long. I wonder if he's talking about trying to find toilet paper. So I'm just going to play this for a bonus. I want to hear about toilet paper.
I want to hear it too.
Hey, this is Grandpa. Welcome to Grandpa's World. Today I'm going to talk about toilet paper. Yep, you're talking about toilet paper and why? Well, because I read an article, and I can't remember where it was, but anyways, it said rich people have the roll going over the top, and poor people have it going under. Well, we aren't rich, but we have it going over the top anyway. And because Grandma years ago looked up the patent and found out it was supposed to go over the top anyway. Oh. And toilet paper usually comes in 1 to 6 layers. The more layers it has, the stronger it is. Toilet paper has been around since the 6th century. A man named Joseph Gatti is the inventor of our modern toilet paper, who first had it in 1857. Seth Wheeler got the earliest patent for toilet paper in the dispenser in 1885. 1930, the Northern Tissue Company said their toilet tissue was splinter-free.
And he's wearing a Black Sabbath shirt, isn't he?
Then wet wipes came out in the 1990s. I read somewhere that a person uses up to 24 rolls a year. Well, that's it for toilet paper today. Thanks for watching. This is Grandpa's World. Have a good day. Don't forget to subscribe and hit the like button. And if you want to hit the bell for any future notifications, that'd be wonderful too. Have a good day. See you.
Did he predict that toilet paper was going to be an issue in a way? Because that was 9 months ago.
Longer than 9 months. It was 2019. So he probably came out with it making a joke about it, because at the time there was a problem with toilet paper. That was the toilet paper shortage time, I think it was.
But how cool? I mean, like, guys, they're saying Grandpa's the man. Cool Black Sabbath shirt.
Yeah, I saw that too. I saw the Black Sabbath shirt. Yeah, that was fucking awesome. I like his Black Sabbath shirt.
I love it. And if you notice his UFO, he had a Green Reaper shirt.
Yeah, he's got the coolest shirts, man. He represents. And
I didn't know that I guess if you're considered high money, you have the toilet paper that goes across. before people have toilet paper coming from the bottom. You know what? When I put toilet paper on, I don't even bother to look to go on top or the bottom. Whatever it ends up, I just pull it.
Yeah, whatever's on sale at Costco, whatever, get it from Costco. So that's the best way to get it. It's cheap. Get big rolls.
How to save toilet paper.
How to save toilet paper? Oh God. Yeah. Okay. Have fun with that. I'm not gonna hold that. If that's something you need to do, then we might be at that time. You might need to do that. I always recommend if you're really in a pinch, just grab some sandpaper. It's somebody's out with sandpaper.
Well, in that movie, Demolition Man, they have the 3 shell technique.
Ooh, I can't remember what that was. What is that?
Well, they never like show them using the 3 shells, but remember in the movie they go, "Oh, we use the 3 shells." So that's when he was cussing to get the cussing paper and use it as toilet paper.
What the hell? That's weird. That's not.
Okay, hold on. So that video that DQs, I actually have it on how to save on toilet paper. So
what the fuck?
So let's see this. You see it?
What the fuck?
I know this is not going to be no strike or ban. This looks like a regular guy.
What is this guy gonna do?
So I gotta see this, guys. I gotta see this. I'm sorry. Here we go. Let me rewind it. Here we go.
I want to show everybody the proper way on save on your toilet tissue.
He's being serious.
Yeah. Okay, if your toilet tissue get down this low, okay, you don't have any more, what you do? You take one of these. Now, this is going to help you save on your toilet tissue bill. You turn around and you fold it one time.
Fold it, okay.
You fold it 2 times. Then you fold it a 3rd time. Okay. Then you see this little tip right here? You tear that off.
Okay.
If you're sitting on a stool, you put it beside the stool. Once you get done taking a shit or pissing, you put your finger in there. Okay. Then you take this and you wipe all this off.
Oh.
Okay, all this shit. You put it in the stool. But this right here is why I told you to save the little tip.
Oh, oh no. Oh, that is really, yeah, I'm not shaking that man's hand. I mean, he's not touching my French fries. I'm not passing. You can keep your hands off the plate, please, and do not reach on the center table and grab a roll off that plate. Left hand only. I would call him Lefty.
He looks like OJ Simpson.
What do they call him Lefty? Because he saves toilet paper. Do not shake his right hand. You shake his left hand.
I'm sorry, man. That's awesome. I actually thought that he was coming up with something.
Oh my God.
I saw he tearing a little hole.
Oh my God.
And that's what the tip is for, to get under your finger.
Oh man. Yeah, again, that man's nickname.
That's why we don't shake hands anymore.
Yeah, I'll stick with the Muslim way. They shake with their left hand. They shake with the opposite hand. They overseas, you had to shake with the opposite hand for that reason.
Without water next.
Oh, yeah, how to say water next.
Oh, I had a girlfriend. Her grandpa would always ask me how many squares I use, and then show me that.
Oh man. Oh, that's crazy. That's crazy. Whoa. I wonder if a Skinwalker has that.
Showing us that video, man. That is awesome. That is fucking awesome.
Well, think about it, Eric. Go back to Skinwalkers. Now, think about it. Now, as a human, you got your big ass gluteus maximus. But if you turn into an animal, you don't need no toilet paper. You just squat like a dog, like an animal, or like a deer just keeps walking. They don't even stop. A cow don't even stop. A horse don't even stop. They don't wipe their ass. They don't need to. And when the flies come, their tails. But I think that's what Skinwalker. That's a benefit of being a Skinwalker. You don't need to wipe your ass. That's probably where it came from. Probably it was probably a generation of toilet paper shortage, and they became skinwalkers to save on toilet paper. Maybe.
I'm actually putting a comment for him. I love you, man.
Oh,
guy's name's Napshin. He only has 437 subscribers with a good video like that. Man,
that's good. That was really good. That was really good.
That was
wow.
I gotta give him credit.
Take whatever time you want now for your opening statement.
Oh, what?
And we'll go to questions. So
what
proceed.
happened? Where's that coming from?
Ranking Member Feinstein.
Hold on,
members of the committee.
Hold on.
Oh, shit. For allowing me to make.
Oh, okay. I don't know where that was coming from.
I think we got hacked.
Yeah, somebody. Oh, that was weird. Somebody wrote earlier something a lot about a UFO. Here it is. I haven't read it. I'm gonna bring this up.
Yeah, we got to go back to the subject.
Always come from so-called space. Not saying they come from outer space, but think about even if they come from other lands, they still got to fly up and come down.
Yeah, I'm with you. I always like to play. Mind-bending games, and number one. So recently, I mean, there's no space, right? I'm just thinking there's water up there, and there's some other weird objects inside the water. Okay, so I'm playing that game in my head. Then where the hell would an unidentified flying object from somewhere else come from? So now, if this place is not in fact flat, if it was on a much larger surface, then you would have lands beyond what we see here. I call the pond. So we have what we call the earth in a pond. It's flat in a pond, but beyond the pond, you have more land mass. So beyond the ice walls, you could have other land masses with more advanced technology simply flying over here and jumping inside of our bubble. There's another concept. I think it's what you're talking about. Yeah. The other ideas, like they could be coming from underwater.
Oh, he says it's connected to another dimension.
I'm a big fan of dimension. That's my number one thing. There are other dimensions. I'm a big, only from what I've seen. Again, could be incorrect, is that we have multiple dimensions in the same space, that we're sharing same space dimensions at a different frequency of speed at certain places. But again, I don't fucking know, but I've seen weird shit. I've seen an orange object in the sky. I've seen that orange object turn into a circle, and then I've seen it not once, but twice. So now I have to sit there and go, either I was stoned, I was having a daytime illusion. I don't know, but I saw it not once, but twice. And I met somebody else who had the same exact description. So I'm like, oh, without telling them what I saw.
Well, this is interesting. Saw a great video about how we're all in a crater of his reflection. Okay.
I've seen that, by the way. I've seen that. Yeah, that's incredible. The moon is actually a reflection on the surface that we're on. Yeah.
Emer said there's a bunch of land beyond Antarctica.
There could be. We just, I'm not from here. I don't know what's here. I'm from Sagittarius.
There's so much we don't know. And people who say they do know, they don't know.
They're guessing. They're just telling you something. They're selling you an app. They're selling you an app. I'm going to put an app out as a defecation. It's going to be a big ass log of shit with a little bit of earth, like a little civilization on it. I'm going to put that out. I'm going to make an app like that. So you guys, I'm going to put it out daily so you guys can look at the log of shit. This is where you live right now.
A part of your app is going to be how you clean out your shit?
Yes. It's going to come with toilet paper. The app will definitely come with its own roll of toilet paper.
I think what you should do, Bob, is that video got over 300,000 views, right? But if you take it and actually show them exactly how that works,
we'll show the evidence of it.
Like 1 million views.
Yes. Did you see that Noblest? Did you see that Tenacious D? The Pick of Destiny photo cover, Eric. Have you seen that cover?
I saw I remember that cover a long time ago, and I saw the one you sent. Yeah. But I remember the cover, but not by heart.
Well, it's not that. Why don't you put that up real quick? Can you find that Tenacious D picture? I'm going to show. I'm going to show people something interesting. It's going to ring a couple of bells for some people. It's kind of interesting. They're going to look at it. They're going to go, oh.
Showing the video or just a picture?
Oh, put up the picture, the cover.
Okay.
The cover of the cover we sent you, the cover picture.
Well, you said video.
Oh, the video. Well, send look for the cover picture of that.
That's the cover.
There, yeah. Now take a look at that cover. That's Michelangelo. I think it's Michelangelo's original thing of God touching Adam's finger. Now, a lot of people with the misremembering effect are remembering that God was much higher and then Adam was much lower. Very similar to this. Now, this would be technically, I don't know what you would call it. It's just an album cover. It could be them fucking around, or it could be just that. I've got the picture, so hold on. You can do a comparison. But if you notice that it's supposed to be God touching Adam's finger. That's how the original was, that God was higher than Adam. So here it is. Here it is. See that, Eric? It's supposed to be that. If you could see it on that.
Here, let me.
Yeah, it's supposed to be. So that's what it was supposed to be. But this one looks like God is equal height to Adam. Now, this is my guess. This is only my guess, and it's probably wrong. From what I'm guessing here, now see how this is here? If you look at this, it's a brain. It's actually a brain. I'm trying to get in that picture. It's actually a brain. That's a brain. You can see everything as shape of a brain. And God's finger is touching Adam's finger. Okay, and it's not quite reaching. I think that's synapses. That's brain synapses.
Flip it sideways.
Oh shit! I gotta look it up. It's a brain synapses. That's a brain synapses.
I wonder. Flip it sideways. I wonder what he's looking for. Oh, maybe sideways, like this 10 HD picture. So flip it like this. Get your thing back.
Yeah. See, it used to be God was higher. God was higher, just like the picture of Tenacious D.
Now do it sideways.
Like this?
Do the other way. No, the other way. If that's that matches more of the picture.
Yeah, that matches more of the picture. That's kind of how it used to be. It used to be like that. Yeah. That's how it used to be. But see, what I'm seeing here is, and it's just me, is that's a brain. That's Adam. And those fingers touching is your neurotransmitters, your synapses. It's telling me that everybody's on fucking drugs and your neurotransmitters aren't working because you're all on drugs, and painkillers keep your neurotransmitters from working. So that's the two fingers to me is the neurotransmitters in a brain. That's the brain, God. That's Adam, human, man. And those two fingers touching evenly is neurotransmitters. And between neurotransmitters, you got a little spark of electricity. But if you're on painkillers, you got no spark of electricity. And so you're just fucked. So that's what I see when I see the Michelangelo prediction of people in the future on drugs. Just me. I don't know. People might think so. Maybe most likely not. Because everybody's on something.
Lower, reaching up.
Yeah. Like, yeah.
Your brain on God.
This is your, very good. Yeah, no, yes.
Carnities are coming soon for our brain.
Very good. They probably are.
And is now higher.
Yep. I see the two fingers as neurotransmitters.
This freak show is getting boring. Oh, is that us? We're getting boring?
I don't know. We're always boring. Anyway, these are like neurotransmitters. Now, most people don't like it because they get mad because everybody's on a drug. They're like, oh, shut the fuck up about getting off drugs. I get it, man. I get it. I know. It's up to you. You guys can do what you want. It don't matter because I got
Well,
in one day.
Well, let me do some shout outs here in the chat,
Yeah.
and I'll say what's going on tomorrow, and then we'll just see. Beto Venom, God is the same level as humans. Could we're gods or something, or let us believe we are God on the same level as humans. Could we gods or something, or let's believe we are?
There you go.
No, not you. The clown show we're in. Oh, thank you.
Thank you. I was like, I know Captain Ray.
Robert Owley's in the house. Benny's in the house. Suzanne Cassie's in the house. Crunchy B's in the house. DQ's in the house. Supernatural Live. Go to my last video. She was she was the guest that was on our channel when we talked about RH Blood.
Yes, we had a lot of views on that one, by the way. Holy shit.
A lot of people are interested in it. We actually did have a lot of views. And we also had, it's kind of weird, right? We had a lot of views, but a lot of down thumbs. Like, what, people don't like blood talk? I don't know.
No, they don't.
Yeah, we're gonna have to do another show with her on another day about
Absolutely.
blood. Like a part 2 on blood, because that
Love it.
blood is, it's interesting.
No.
Tom Murr is still there. Scott Morin. Hippo is the best. Yeah, damn straight. Hippo's the best. Mad Pieman. Is it Pieman or Pieman?
Hyman.
Sorry if I said it right now.
Hyman.
You're an awesome guy. We love you. And then, guys, tomorrow for horror talk, we're going to be talking about the movie The Hitcher. More of the original Hitcher. There is a remake. We'll talk a little bit about the remake. Of course, you kind of have to. But we're going to be talking about Rutger Hauer and just how wonderful The Hitcher is. I mean, it's a wonderful movie. I don't want to say too much about it because that's tomorrow. And we might be having a guest on Friday. Tomicon, one of the original study Mandela effects, that one of the original people you could trust. And then and all that. And guys, whatever shows you watch, don't let nobody bring you down. Don't listen to some of the crap that other people says. I know I've been getting a lot of emails like Eric, you know you're a hit piece on another channel. I could give a shit if I'm a hit piece on another channel. If somebody's taking time out talking about me, I guess I must have did something right.
Yeah, press is good press.
Don't ever get yourself sucked into that kind of world, people. Who cares? If other people want to talk shit about other people, let them.
Don't bother.
I'm here to have a good time. I invite all people from all communities. I'm not prejudiced against anybody.
Yes.
So if somebody's prejudiced because you're from another community, they go fuck themselves. I'm serious. They can go fuck themselves.
Your cult. Go back to your cult circle and hacky set.
I like what Mark would say, right? Yeah. Nobody should be. Listen, if somebody wants to talk shit about me, go for it. All I do on this show is have fun, fight everybody on. Sometimes there's certain people that are more hated than others. It doesn't matter. I want to have fun. I want to hear everybody's point of view. You can't say that and not do that.
Yeah.
You're going to say you're going to invite everybody on, then you should. If you get criticized for that, go fuck yourself.
Well, it's not high school, man. I got out of high school at 15. This ain't high school, man. I don't believe in the popular kids. So we're not popular, man. We sit at the back of the class. You guys don't. If you guys aren't into the popular kids, go to the popular kids channel. Have a good time with the popular people. We don't give a shit. I was never popular. I like it that way. Keep it that way.
I want to be friends with everybody, and I try to be friends with everybody. And if you're taking the wrong way to be friends with everybody, it's like you said, Bob. You're friends with her. You're friends with those guys. Yeah.
Biff. Oh no, man. You're hanging out with Steve Steubing. Oh shit, man. Steve Steubing's got cool shit. Are you hanging out with Sarah? Who fucking cares, man? Fuck that.
Anytime she's want to do a show, so maybe we'll get a hold of her. And maybe we'll do not this Friday because we got Comic-Con. Maybe next week on a Monday, Wednesday, and Friday, Supernatural. Tell us what day you want to do another blood conversation. Yeah. We can do that. I love that. You know,
Yeah.
and
Yeah.
that's why I love the show. Hey, we just want to have fun, guys. That's it. That's it.
Rip Randall. Hi, I'm Rip Randall. You come to my show. Have a great time. Have a seat. Oh, you guys go away. You're not part of our group. I just want the pretty people. I want the handsomes and pretty people.
You know,
I like the ugly people. That's why I like Westerns, man. There was never, back in the day, there was always ugly old people in Westerns. Now you look at Westerns, everybody looks androgynous.
There's certain people that get that. One of our guests that was on our show a couple weeks ago, Jay Dyer, is considered a celebrity on Twitter and stuff, that he's certified. Like, he's certified an actor. He came on our show because he knows that he doesn't stress out. It's fun. He
had a good time.
He said, "Hey, thanks for having me on. You guys are relaxed and fun. I enjoy it." Fantastic.
Thanks for coming
on. We had a guy named Jamie Strangroom who does. I showed his video last Thursday on the documentary. Fun guy, dude. Yeah. I want everybody. I want everybody. I am not gonna. I will never ever, dude. I'm serious, Bob. I want somebody from the brony community to come on here.
A brony. It's hard to find a brony, man.
I want to understand what, not making fun of it, what's attractive about being a brony. I really want to know.
Yeah. If you guys know a brony out there and they have a show, you guys send them our way. We want to put them on here. Now, Eric, explain to them what a brony is. Okay,
if you don't, how do you explain a brony? Hold on a second. Hold on. That's a good one, Bob. How do you explain a brony? Give me a second.
We're gonna lose that, and if we have a brony on, we run the risk of losing all our subs, but we don't care. We don't care. We're not racist, man. We hate everyone equally. Or Eric loves everyone equally. I hate everyone equally. So it's easy that way. So we want
you could be a flat earther. You could be a square earther.
Oh, what the hell?
Wow, good.
Hold on, something happened. Are you there?
Weird shit. Yeah, I know. We're getting all kinds of weird shit coming into this show, man. It does that. I think it's the CIA, or is it the MI?
You could be a flat earther.
I don't. This is. Hold on.
Yeah.
Okay. I don't know. It's kind of. I don't know what's going on. I can't. This is so freaking strange.
A brony, I'll explain it. A brony is a gentleman who enjoys My Little Pony. Little Pony.
You could be a flat earther. You could be a.
It likes to repeat my stuff. So it's an individual that likes, and females, but there's males too and females that like My Little Pony. And they like to dress up as a pony, and they like themselves to jump into loops and hoops and then run around little courses in a pony outfit, and they call themselves bronies. So it's a different kind of human. The brony.
You could be a flat earther. You could be a square earther. You could be a purple earther, people eater earther.
My God, look at that.
You could be a ME. You could be an MO. You could be
one of those. What do you call those people who like My Little Pony?
I don't know what you would call that person that likes My Little Pony.
There's a name for them. There's a true name for people. There's a club for people who like My Little Pony. It's
What?
Yes. Let me look it up. There's a name for it.
Furries.
What's it called?
God,
like to dress up. And
it's the real name. What is the group?
Are we in Babylon or what? Is this how Babylon was? Were people running around with My Little Ponies?
Bronies. They're called bronies.
Bronies.
They're called bronies. They're called bronies. Look it up.
With a B.
There's the cult that loves My Little Pony, and they're called bronies. Here.
No. Oh, God.
Let me share this screen. Hold on.
Like you're my broski. You're my prony. Oh.
You're my brony, man.
An animated television series based on My Little Pony, a popular children's toy marketed primarily to young girls, has attracted a group of ardent men fans known as bronies. The series My Little Pony Friendship is Magic debuted back in 2010. Bronies, it's real. And it says here, what are bronies? Brony is a fan of My Little Pony. Friendship is magic that is outside the target demographic of little girls. I know, it sounds bad. Most bronies are friendly teenagers and young adults who simply aren't afraid to admit they enjoy a show which is innocent, colorful, and funny.
I think I showed pictures too, right?
Yeah, you had pictures on there, man.
I wasn't joking, guys.
My God.
Wow.
Yeah, people live in his own way.
Hold on.
But he
Well, you learned something from the witch guy.
Voynich is up there. He's got a cooking show, by the way, guys. Voynich has got his own cooking show.
You were like
Check it
that.
out. Check out this.
First time was that.
I thought during that little cast, I thought I showed brony pictures.
You got the definition, and besides, you got to promote Voynich's cooking show.
Oh yeah, huh?
You
That's
got a
right.
cooking show. Yeah, it's kind of cool.
Well, here we go. I'll just share a screen of Google search. This is what bronies look like, people.
We're gonna find one. There's a brony. There's the bronies.
Dude, I'm serious. I want to interview one of these people, not to make fun of them. I want to invite them on and say, hey,
give them a square. It's like, hey, sell yourselves. Let's see what you got. Tell us about bronies.
Oh, look at that cute little, oh, man.
Cute little what?
No. Look at that. It has a unicorn horn.
Yeah, the unicorn. Very good.
I like this. How'd they get my pictures?
I myself own a unicorn.
Brownies next.
I've got a unicorn pillow, and then I got my time travel pillow.
Hey, you know what? I'm serious. I'm not joking. I really want to interview them because listen. If you're a brony, right? They could be sitting over there right now and saying, "God, those people in the Mandela effect world, they're all phonies. They all think things are changing. They think things are real. They think a word has changed."
Yeah,
I'm sure they're the same thing. So by us, like this guy, Meet the Bronies, if we come together, we could probably erase the prejudice against the two communities, right?
Yeah, I'm a defecationist. I'm not a Mandela effect person. I'm not a flat earther. I'm a defecationist. So I would love to meet a brony, a brony chick, hopefully. Oh, no.
This guy's in an underwear and he's got a baby in his mouth holding a brony. Oh, no, my God.
That's Babylon shit. No.
Oh, bedtime for bronies. Poorly dressed fashion fell.
No. He's taking the piss out of it, man. You got a lot of people, you guys see these pictures, they're just fucking around taking the piss out of stuff. They're being humorous. Okay. Learn to laugh. Don't be condemning. These guys are laughing. They're laughing at you, laughing at them. I've seen a lot of pictures of people doing crazy shit, and everyone wants to call them the fucking...
Oh, can you dress like that too for us? And have a picture. You don't have to film you in underwear, but you should do that for us.
Okay, sure, certainly. I'll be a brony for you. I'll be your interview brony. We gotta cut it down. It's the apocalypse. Yes, it's the apocalypse. Welcome to the apocalypse.
No, and guys, that's why I love doing this show, because I really want to talk to these communities. I really do. This is not a joke. I want to hear from them because I don't think we should ever put down any communities, anybody. I truly believe in free will. I believe we're put on this planet for free will, and whatever you want to be it. Don't ever let somebody call you a fucking wimp, a pussy, call you names. Be who you want to be.
Just don't eat babies.
Yeah.
Don't rape, don't kill, don't do bad things, don't hurt children. There's a whole series of rules you got to follow. But if you stay away from the fucking bad things and just be yourself, that's fine.
Be yourself.
Yeah.
So tomorrow we're going to be talking about the Hitcher, and we're going to get Tomicon is going to do his best. Usually when Tomicon tells me that he's going to try his best to come on, he will try his best.
Yeah, he's good.
For 2 hours, but the man is a wonderful guy. He is one of the most true Mandela effect, whatever you want to call. I don't even know he calls himself Mandela effect.
No, he's not called himself Mandela effect.
Name. I hate that name myself too. I hate that name. But come back on Friday.
He's a decoder. He's a decoder. He decodes.
He
I decode.
And I like when he said that he doesn't consider himself religious, but he does read the Bible because it's interesting. I love that. I love that kind of a person where he's not saying he's religious, but he likes to read it and try to decode it. That's awesome.
Decode it. I decode it. He decodes it. A lot of people decode it. It's not putting it down. We're not doing anything bad. We're just bringing out the codes in it. It's got a lot of allegory base to it, and people have taken things too far. They've taken word for word and went fucking insane with it. We kind of go back of it and we decode it. Maybe
on Friday we can talk a little bit about it and decode some stuff.
Yeah, I've got a whole shitload of stuff.
We're gonna end this show. The video is always, just in case nobody knows, Flat Accord Music. He's in the description on the bottom. The last video that I always play in every show is a video that was created for us by Flat Accord Music. So we're gonna end the show with the video, and you guys should sub his channel too. He's in the description, so please check it out. All right, guys, have a nice day.